I F30 divorced my ex-husband, M36, because of my MIL F60s and suddenly he wants back in. I will be rambling a little as I am very mad right now. Sorry for my bad English. It is not my first language. My ex and I were married for well over 5 years and together for 10. His mother was a nightmare. She would spend her time belittling me and tried humiliating me. I could take it as I loved my husband and didn't want to make him choose between her or me. Of course I would always tell him what she would be doing and he would always brush it off as her being a loving and overprotecting mom. When she would say something racist, I am Hispanic and they are white, he would laugh it off. When she would make a comment of me being a gold digger, even though I earned more than my ex, he would just say oh mom. He would also get mad at me if I ever stood up for myself. But the straw that broke the camel's back is when we had our daughter. My MIL would always try to parent her and say that I would do something wrong. My daughter has an irritable colon and she cannot ingest any kind of fucking oils or artificial things. And guess what that loony of a woman did? She fed my 3-year-old daughter essential oils. She is not anti-vax, just very stupid, to make her go to sleep. She was in the ICU. I had it and I confronted my husband who said she only did what she thought was best. I lost it. I went to my parents and drafted a divorce agreement. That's the best course of action. I saw a post earlier describing a situation that is much more dangerous than mine involving allergens and an EpiPen. His face was like that Pikachu meme when I served him. He didn't know why I was doing that because we were happy. So now a year has passed and my life was hell. My monster-in-law tried every dirty trick in the book to take my daughter. To name a few. She accused my brother of molesting her. She accused me of neglect. She accused me of taking drugs and leaving them in reach of a toddler. I take thyroxine for heaven's sake. She accused me of endangering my daughter by leaving random men in my house. The list goes on. During this time the excuse of my ex was that I broke his heart and I had to understand his mother. She only wants what's best for him. Luckily I got good representation and even got my daughter full-time minus some weekends or visitation. I could prove that my daughter was endangered by his mother. So now to the advice part. I knew that my ex needed to be permanently in my life because of my daughter. And I was learning to live with that. He was very cold with me because again, I broke his heart. Now two things have come together. My ex-Bill got married to an African American woman, so of course my ex-Mel flipped. I started dating again. My Bill is a great guy and he actually stood up for his wife. Go figure, it is possible. I stay in contact with him because we are friends and he was a mediator and fought with his brother quite often. So my Bill actually stood up for his wife and my ex-husband got his panties in a twist. My Bill basically opened his eyes how shitty he was being. And that their mom treated me the same way she treated his wife. And finally my dense ex started understanding. The guy I am seeing is great. I have even met his parents and his mother is normal. She treats me like a human being and has invited me already to many family functions and tries to make me and my daughter feel welcomed. My ex got wind from the situation, trough a mutual friend, and guess who is now flipping his shit? He started bringing flowers and chocolate, I don't even like chocolate, to pick up our daughter. He sends me cards and SMs with hearts and who knows what. Yesterday was the best thing. My daughter was at my mother's place and I was at home with my boyfriend. He appears in front of my door crying and clutching my engagement ring, begging me to come back. I said no and that he should go away. He wouldn't and started demanding that I come out to talk to him. My boyfriend told him that he would call the police, and in his pathetic fashion he threatened to beat my boyfriend up. I closed the door and let him pound sand. Today he picked up my daughter for a day trip and when they came back my daughter was asking if I loved my boyfriend more than her. Now I am at a loss to what to do. I already told my daughter that it was impossible because my love for her is infinite and there is nothing bigger than infinite. But now I know that my ex is trying to make my daughter hate me. I am at a loss because I won't use my daughter as ammunition. But also, what the hell am I supposed to do? I will never return with that man but I can't take the father of my daughter. Do you guys have any advice? Edit/mini update, thanks you all. I needed to vent and was feeling helpless and am so thankful for you wonderful people. I talked to my lawyer who confirmed that we could have a case for domestic violence by proxy. A social worker will be visiting us in the next few days to talk to my daughter about this. Edit. Because apparently people want to spin the world narrative on me. I don't care if he wants me back, I don't love him anymore and will never get back together with him. Staying for the sake of our daughter would not make sense, as it has been proven that the kids grow up happier in divorced homes than unhappy homes. I tried talking to my husband when we were still married and he would always brush it off. He would brush off everything his mother did. I complained to him and told him we needed go to therapy, which he declined. He has his daughter on the weekends. The court gave me majority custody because of his mother. Geez guys, I guess in some of y'all's eyes I should have kept being by my ex side as a submissive bimbo. And here's what Reddit Peps comment. First otherwise_window, take notes on all of this. Get your daughter to a child psychologist who can get to the bottom of these attempts at parental alienation. Then go to court for sole custody and no unsupervised visits for your ex. Also, look into a restraining order, especially if he threatens your boyfriend again. Next one from Canadian_redneck. The husband's tantrums at the door should also be recorded. It sucks, but if you have a chain of events to prove emotional instability, it may help the case. And this one is from a deleted comment. Your husband has started trying to use parental alienation on your child by poisoning the well with her relationship with you and your relationship with your new boyfriend. Have her speak to a child services officer or a court moderator/guardian ad litem to record what happened and how she was informed of this irrelevant information of mommy loving her boyfriend more than me, daughter. I don't think your ex-husband is safe for her to be around, as he is making irrational choices and it is negatively impacting your role as a parent and your daughter's well-being. And now let's go the update. Final update: I divorced my husband because of my mill and now he wants back in. So I thought of giving you the last update as you helped me trough this. I didn't have enough evidence to request an ex parte, aka emergency child custody. So my lawyer and I had to work on steps to prevent child abduction. We got a custody decree that included provisions including passports, travel restrictions, etc. We also had to be very wary of the signs. He in fact quit his job, and on a realtor's page I saw that he was putting on sale his mother's house. That, in my daughter's words, was all we needed to notify law enforcement for them to keep an eye out. I couldn't prevent my daughter from seeing her father. We tried to continue business as usual without my daughter feeling something was up. I got a call from the police department regarding the passport situation. My daughter's passport had expired very recently, 5 years validity. My ex-husband had tried to request a passport for my daughter without my knowledge. Which was stupid, because even without the decree I had to be present or submit a notarized document of me stating that he could request the passport. After that, things went actually very fast. He was investigated because he violated the decree, and it was found out that Mill had bought 3 tickets with no return date to Mexico. I could request an ex parte. After a shit ton of documents I submitted it. In most cases the judge will evaluate behind closed doors. We had the hearing yesterday. It takes usually 10 to 20 days. Which was very good for me. ATM, I have sole custody for my daughter. This is all temporary. My ex has visitation rights if I was present, but he can't take her anywhere. This is once the investigation of him is closed. I was cursed out by my ex and ex-mill, and they said they will try to contest this, but they have no leg to stand on. My daughter will continue in therapy. Especially after this. I will not prohibit him from seeing her, but he needs help. This was really scary and a very intense 2 weeks. I don't think that I will update again, but I wanted to thank you all for your tips and support. I am really thankful, as I am finally not anxious the whole time. Thank you really much. And now let's hear it from the top comment on this post. First, from Mill to the No. OP, I held my breath until I finished reading your post. Your poor daughter. And your ex and ex-meal continue to be pieces of shits when you're actually abiding by the legalities of the situation. They're preparing to kidnap your daughter and they're the ones upset. Lol, what the hell? The nerve of them. I hope you're granted permanent custody. Edit September 7, 2019, holy fuck. So what happened here was that I thought the post was in the sub where I usually use this account. Because crazy in laws and shit. But I logged on today and saw this. My last thoughts for anyone who happens to read this. Sometimes, monsters are real and frighteningly closer than we are comfortable to think about. If you have a healthy relationship with your family, your viewpoint will be skewed from those who do not have a good relationship or no relationship at all with their family. Sometimes family sucks, and if you are one of those people who do not have holiday plans or are living alone because it's better that way than to be with shitty family members, I validate you too. I am so sorry and I hope you will find your family of choice. Second comment is from Junk Food Mama, good news. Hopefully it stays permanent. I think it's hilarious that after all these years of your mill being a nasty racist towards you she was going to drag your kid off to Mexico? Like seems kind of ironic to me lol. Third comment is from Corey_A, maybe I watched too many true crime stories, but please protect yourself as well. Protect yourself and your daughter whatever way you can. Best of luck to you. Fourth one is from Devlin507, you can at any moment go for permanent sole custody. I encourage it. Write up the motions and request a court date. Do it. Because this won't be the last of this. This is only temporary. And lastly from Ube1 Kenobi, JFC. Thank you for the update. Good luck to you and your daughter. I pray for both of your safety. And that's all for today guys. See you on the next one.